How we doing, boys? In the McLaren right now. I'm actually in Carolina at my parents' house visiting, but I had some things in my mind. I wanted to make this video because I think it'll be good value for you guys, especially if you're a young entrepreneur. You know, you're one of my main viewers who are trying to make money, you're trying to figure things out, you're trying to get rich, right? And sorry about that intro. I feel like Ty Lopez a little bit here in the McLaren. Had to flex, I had to get it out of the way at the start. But anyway, what I had on my mind, too many people, I'm just going to get right into it. Too many people are fixated on how much money they're making and not what they're doing. Now, before I get into this, I'm not going to be one of those cringy guys like that meme going on the internet right now where it's like, don't do work your love. Like, don't love your work your love, whatever. Stupid stuff like that. I'm not a huge proponent of doing something you're particularly super passionate about. Maybe you like horses. Maybe you like lions. It doesn't mean you should be a zookeeper and try and get rich that way. I'm not one of those people. But it's not about exactly what you're doing when it comes to profession. It's about having optimism about the future. It's not about, it's not about just the money. And too many people are fixated on, I make this much money, I have this car, I have this watch, I have all these things, right? And it's really should be focused on, what is your lifestyle like? What are you doing? How much optimism do you have towards the future? Are you excited when you wake up? And I know this video is going to make me sound like one of those guys who, are cringy and they're all like, it's not about how much money you make, it's about the life you're living. But I don't believe in that because I'm a huge proponent for getting rich, right? I'm sitting in a McLaren, I obviously like nice things, and that was one of the biggest motivators for me to get rich. That, to have nice things, to, have freedom, all these things. But as I mature and as I've bought all the cool material items, I've realized that the most valuable moments in your life is, having freedom, is being optimistic about the future, is being able to wake up every day, not having to go to a 9-to-5 and being able to genuinely be excited about the future. Moments like this, I'm literally recording this video, I'm in my car right now, I'm about to drive to the gym, but every time I go to the gym, I get to go, in a supercar. It's 4 p.m. right now. Instead of being at a 9-to-5, I can go work out, enjoy the sunlight, come back, work on my business, do whatever I want. And I take these things for granted. But when I compare myself to, when I was like 17 or 18, at this time, I would be leaving high school, having to go to one of my part-time jobs or something like that, doing homework, like things I wouldn't like. And if I went down the normal college path, I'd be in college right now, probably either drunk, getting ready to go to some party, or I'd be in class just doing something I hate. So it's not only about how much money you're making, it's about what you're doing. And you don't need to be doing something you're super passionate about. You need to have that feeling. It's hard to articulate, but you need to be doing something where you get that feeling of excitement. You wake up in the morning and you want to kill it. Not that you necessarily want to do work. I don't think anybody really loves clicking buttons on their computer. Even though my business as a sports content creator is easy from the outside looking in, I still get burnt out. I still get sick of it, whatever. Do I do it through discipline every single day? Of course, because that's how I live this life. But it's not like I'm waking up, yes, I get to go edit this video. But the important thing is that you're excited about the future. You have areas to grow in your business and in your life. You have an exciting day lined up. Even if it's not, the most exciting day on paper, like you're just working, going to the gym, you get to enjoy your life because you don't have this stress. You don't have a boss hating on you. You don't have all this negative energy around you. So where am I going with this? The point is that you need to stop focusing on how much money you're making and enjoy the journey, because even if you don't have the money yet, even if, you're in the grind phase of trying to build your business, as long as you have hope, as long as you are basically just optimistic for the future and you wake up excited, ready to go, you're already winning in life. People will do crazy things just holding on to hope. People will do insane things just for hope. There's a reason that, all these people, when they retire, they get depressed, men specifically. It's because they have no hope. They have nothing to go towards. They might be rich. They might have a beachfront property, but they don't have a mountain to climb. They don't have something to go accomplish. They don't have something to, go and hustle towards. But if you're a kid right now, you're a young entrepreneur, or you're not a kid, maybe you're 45 starting a business today, or getting in the gym, whatever it is, as long as you have something to go towards, you are going to feel good and you are going to be happy. But the reason people mess this up and they're depressed and miserable is because they compare themselves to others. They look on social media, they're like, you know what, this guy has more money than me, this guy's got a nicer car, this guy's got this guy's got that. But the only real thing you want is excitement. The only real thing you want is to be optimistic about the future. Because if you look at life, right, and you look at time, it can be a bit confusing, but all life is moments. You're watching me right now, right? Oh, the first 4 or 5 minutes you watch of this video are gone. You can't rewind it. You could rewind the video, but you can't rewind yourself 30 seconds ago. You can't relive that moment. So every single thing in life is the present moment, and it keeps repeating. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter all these things. Why do you like having money? It's because the stress goes away. The negative energy goes away. Are you still going to be stressed in your business? Yes, but you're going to be able to pay your rent. You're looking forward into the future. You have this trip planned. You're about to get this car. You're about to hit this number in your business. You're focused on the future, and the future looks bright. That is why you like being rich. It's not just specifically because you're constantly refreshing your bank account looking at, the fact that you have money. It's the fact that you're proud of yourself because you've built your business and what you're looking forward to in the future. So if you extrapolate that and you dissect that into, a young entrepreneur or someone who's going after their goals right now, you're in the same position. You just don't have the money. You're looking towards the future. You may not know if it's going to go right or not, but at least you're excited to work towards something. You have a mountain to climb. You're working towards a goal. You're hustling. And if you're hustling and working hard every day, you're self-disciplined, you're going to feel proud of yourself. You're going to feel good. And just me as an example, not talking about anyone else, the best I felt is when I was about to hit my first 10K month. I know that may sound satire. I know that may sound like, wow, this kid was only happy when he started making money, but that's not what I mean. It's because I had worked for like 6 months not making any money, and I was finally starting to make money. I was so proud that I went through that 6-month gauntlet, and I was so excited for the future. Not for the 10K, but for the future, that I was going to be able to keep making this money. I was going to be able to live this experience, not have to go down the college path, live a life of being rich. Do I know if what I do now is going to be sustainable till I'm 70? It probably isn't. I'm probably going to be in something else. But the point is, there's brightness in the future. I'm going towards something. And us as men, if you're religious or not, we are made in the image of God, which means we are creators. God is the ultimate creator. I say this all the time. So if we're made in the image of the ultimate creator, how are we going to feel good? We have to create things. This is why you feel the best when you work hard. This is why you feel the best when you get back from the gym, when you didn't want to do that hard workout, but you did it anyway. If you want to feel good about yourself as a man, you need to work hard and you need to be going towards a goal. All right, boys, my video cut out, but I'm going to finish this for you. So, as I was saying, where I was going with what I was just talking about when it comes to, people may make a lot of money and all that stuff, is that you may be rich. You may have millions in the bank, but you may come home to a wife that hates you. You may come home, from an office in a city that you don't want to live in. You may dread your work. That's the main thing. You may hate going to the office, working 10, 12 hours a day. The only reason you do it is to make money. And even though you're going to be a little bit fulfilled because you're making money and you're able to provide for your family, all these things, if you don't have the lifestyle lined up with it, you're not going to have a full, happy, and fulfilled life. You need to have a lifestyle that allows you to enjoy your life while going after this journey. Enjoy your life through the hustle, through the hardship, through all these things. And the reason this was on my mind is because I'm just visiting my parents' house right now. I'm in the middle of Carolina, sitting in my McLaren. I live in Miami. I drove up here, and I was like, wow, I can really pick a random day, drive up 10 hours in my supercar and just stay with my parents for 2 weeks and still make money because I can work from anywhere. And this isn't like one of those cringy, maybe it is, I don't know, I can't be the judge of that, but I'm not trying to be one of these cringy online entrepreneurs that's like, look, I can make money from Thailand on the beach. Like, yeah, I guess I could technically, theoretically, whatever. But the point is, I have complete freedom. I don't have to go to a job. I don't have to, stay home so I can be near a certain office. I don't have to do anything. I could stop working for months and be fine with how much money I've made. I have that much freedom. And that's not to flex, but that should be to motivate you guys. You need to get to a certain point, even if you're not balling yet, but you need to get to a certain point where you have a little bit of money. You're not worried about how much food costs. You're not worried about how much gas costs, things like that. And you can really lock in on your business. You don't need a supercar. You don't need all these things yet. You just need to have a little bit of breathing room. And once you have that breathing room and you're able to put all of your energy into your business and live a lifestyle where that's all you're doing. You're just hustling, trying to get to the next level. Even though you may not have all the material things you want, you're going to feel very fulfilled and you're going to wake up ready to go. You're going to wake up excited. And that should be the main goal of your life. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these guys that wants to, live a super freedom-filled life and just sit on a beach with coconuts and not work. No, I'm a workaholic. Like, I want to work all the time. And I'm still working even though I'm visiting my parents' house right now. So if that's how you interpreted it, you got it wrong. The point is, I can have complete freedom. I can go do whatever I want. I wake up every day excited to go after and hustle towards that next goal. I'm excited to work hard. If you're not excited to work on your business, if you're not excited to get up and live the life you're living, it's a sign that you need to switch something up. You need things in your life that give you hope. You need optimism for the future. And if you have that and you wake up excited, you've won in life. The money's going to come to you. All these things are going to come to you because if you wake up with that feeling, you're going to work harder. You're going to achieve all the material things you want in this life, and you're going to live a good life. So, what are actionable things you can do after getting this knowledge? A, you want to pick a business or a hustle, whatever you're trying to do, something with longevity and something where you can curate the lifestyle you want. I don't personally think going through corporate America is good. I actually know it's a horrible decision unless you really want to be a teacher, you really want to be a lawyer, whatever. But if you're just focused on money, like I was going to be before I started this business, like I was going to go to finance, I would not recommend doing that. Yeah, you may make a lot of money, but you're going to be working all the time for a boss that doesn't like you. You're going to be on Wall Street and you're going to hate your life and not even make a lot of money. You're going to make like $100,000 a year. So the point of this video is like, don't do that. Pick a business if you're going to start one where you're going to have time. You're able to do things without any, geographic need to be in a certain place. You don't need to be somewhere on the map. You can be anywhere. You have complete freedom. So pick something that you're able to curate a good lifestyle around and something that you can work on endlessly. For example, I wouldn't recommend day trading because it takes a certain amount of time. You can study, right? But you can only day trade on the weekdays for a certain amount of time. You can't do it on the weekends. You're not building a real business, and you're only going to get better through doing it. You're not going to get better through reading a billion books. I wouldn't start something through that. I would start something where you could build an actual business. You can work on it 24/7 so that you can get rich quick, and something not that you're necessarily passionate about, but something that you can see yourself doing. Like, I'm a sports content creator. From the outside looking in, it sounds like the best thing ever. It sounds like, oh my God, you just get to talk about sports and get rich. I guess that's what I do. It is a really good business and I make a lot of money from it, and I help a lot of other people make money from it as well. But there is still a lot of things that are hard, or, things I don't want to do every day that I have to do. Just like I was telling you guys at the start of this video that, do I want to wake up and edit a video? No. And I've honestly been feeling a little bit burnt out recently, but I know that it's just a wave of how business works. I need to do this to pay the bills. Like, it makes me a ton of money. So that's besides the point. That's a whole separate story. But the point is, you want to pick something you can see yourself doing long term. You don't want to pick something, I don't even know an example. You don't want to start some company that you're going to hate in 5 years and you're going to be stuck with it and you're going to have to live a lifestyle that you don't want to do. So if you're looking for a business to start, there's a lot of great ones online, but unlike other people on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, I'm not going to sit here and recommend things I have not done. The only thing I have done, I do a bit of info, but the only thing I've really done, which has made me all my money, bought me my McLaren, bought me, the watches, the lifestyle, is sports content. And I genuinely believe it's the best business you can start in 2025. How this works, basically, I run Fantasy Football Rocket on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can search me up. I'll link it below. How it works is that we get paid from the biggest betting apps in the world, Underdog, PrizePicks, Sleeper, apps like this. And the reason this business is so good is because it's the only business on the planet where you can get 10x margins. If I get a $10 sign up, basically someone goes on their phone, they download PrizePicks, they use my code FFRocket, and they deposit $10, PrizePicks will pay me $100 each. So it's 10x margins, 1000% margins. So if I get a few $100 100 people on these apps through viral sports content, which is what I've mastered the last few years, how to get views and how to build a following, I'm going to make tens of thousands of dollars. And over the last few years, I've got thousands of people on these apps. We also sell picks. We do some other things, but mainly is the main way we make money is through the affiliates, is through getting paid by these apps. But I've got thousands of people on these apps, and it's made me millions of dollars with those commission checks. And what I've been mastering is how to go viral on social media and build a following, because when you're affiliate marketing, the number one way you make money is by having people see your content, see your promotion. That's how you're going to make the most money. So I've been mastering how to go viral with sports content. I've amassed over 250,000 followers on all platforms, and it's made me almost $2 million today. It made me rich at 19, and I'm still running the exact same business. And the main thing is now I also teach people inside of Sports Creator Academy. I don't promote this often because it's very one-on-one, but what I do in there is I literally hold people's hands one-on-one until they get to $10,000 a month. Now, a lot of people have surpassed that. Fantasy Football Sav, Chad Slavinsky, got to $70,000 in 1 month in his first year because he had a few videos go viral with the content systems I teach. He had millions of views during the NFL playoffs and got 700 signups on an app. Times 100, that is $70,000. So it really is that simple. Is it easy? No. Are you going to have to work? Yes. Is it easy compared to coal mines? Yes, of course it is. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to put in the work. You got to post the videos. You got to go through the course. But if you're serious about becoming one of these guys like Sav or like Ryan McDermott, Fantasy Football MI, who made $15K a month in his first year, bought an AMG while in college last year. If you want to be one of these guys and get rich from sports content, click the top link in the description. There's a free training, but only do it if you're serious. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. The NFL season has already started, so I'm only taking on people who are really interested and really ready to go. If you're half in, half out, if you don't know if you want to get rich, if you don't know if you want to go down the corporate path, or if you want to, make money, don't join. Don't waste either of our time. But if you're serious about doing this, if you're serious about making money online, click that free training, apply to work with me, and I'll talk to you from there. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, the main thing about this video is that don't be so fixated on how much money you're making right now. Be more fixated on how you're living. Be more fixated on if you're waking up excited, because as soon as you can get to that feeling, you are winning. So I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel. All I post on here is every single lesson I've learned going from 0 to a millionaire at 19. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe.